Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video, another guitar video this time, and it's a couple of little bit of a recap before I get started. I do have another proper guitar review video for a new one I've just bought. It is Chinese, but it's a little bit different, so hang fire on that. It's not a fake, it is a copy. Well, you wait and see. It's something I wanted for a while. I got it on a Black Friday sale. And it's pretty cool. But I also got another guitar before I start. This is off a friend. This was 10 quid. Well, it was actually a fiver, but I gave him a tenner just to be nice. And he just said he just wanted rid of it. You know, he said just get rid. Sadly, the guy's hurt his hand quite badly, and he can't really play anymore. Which kind of sucks. He's a really sound guy. He's really into his music. But he just wanted to. I'm sick of the sight of it. Just give it a good home. So I said, all right. I was off on going past his house selling a Flying V. I've just fixed up a bit to some kid, and yeah, it's XCC. Surprisingly, it's not bad. The action's quite low in it. Yeah, but it got a bit of fret buzz, and it stays in tune. So I'm gonna see what I can do with that. It's right-handed, so I'm gonna give it to my my other guitarist as kind of a spare, because his actual USA Fender is quite old, but it's knackered and it sounds awful. It needs a trip to the luthier, so I thought in the meantime, well, it's a 10 quid guitar, at least it stays in tune. Just for jamming on really, and then I can maybe leave it here after he's got his stuff fixed up, and we can righties have something to play on in my house, because all my guitars are left-handed. But anyway, other than that, on to the main subject of this video, which is admittedly a little bit clickbait. I went on the title there. You can sometimes buy a guitar from cash converters. More worried is it nicked? Is cash converters? You're like, fucking hell, you know. Just check it's not bloody ripped out someone's house by a smackhead. So maybe it's not the best place to buy. But, you know, sometimes they have a few cheap copy guitars in. If you're looking for a quick backup guitar and there's nowhere else in town selling a lot, you might find one. But here's one. Don't buy a fucking Gibson from them. And here's why. Because I was browsing past the other day and I spotted this. Gibson Les Paul, this way. Gibson Les Paul Standard, £1,200. Now I thought, okay, all right, you know, it catches your eye when you see a high-end guitar, supposedly high-end guitar, in a shop like Cash Converters, because these are, for those who don't know, Cash Converters is basically a pawn shop. It's a chain pawn shops, effectively, that, you know, people sell all the second-hand guitars and shit too, and, you know, they resell them. So I looked at this and I went, oh, I don't often see like that expensive guitars. Maybe you do in places like London and shit, but not where I'm from in Darlington, in the northeast, you know, middle of fucking nowhere. And so this is 1,200 quid. So immediately looked at it, and you know, the first thing you notice is that little switch cover thing there. Well, that's like third party shit. So I thought that looks a bit off. Now I didn't play this because I'm lefty anyway, so there wasn't much point with it. But I had a closer look. I took some pictures out the window. And like, other than that cover on the switch, I thought, oh shit, man, that's fake as shit. Like, look at that, look at that there, man. That's the that's not like quilted or flame maple. That looks like someone's literally just swirled paint around to make it look trippy. And, you know, like, see between the pickups there, that's a bit off, and a bit at the bottom there looks, you know, you can see sort of squiggles. So it looks like it's just been like used more of a painting technique and then lacquered than anything else. So that was like, that ain't Gibson. Immediately, you know there's alarm bells ringing there. What's going on? And the headstock as well. You can see the tuners look a bit off. That truss rod cover, what the hell? That's like way up. You can see the nut there as well. The nut doesn't look quite right. Well, it looks very, very wrong, in fact. And apparently I looked later, that's apparently a sign of a Gibson there. And I'm going to go through a bunch of these, and then I looked at the bridge as well. The bridge is weird because it does have the thin poles that were normally a dead giveaway for a fake Gibson, but they're recessed. I don't know what the hell they are. They're like recessed. They should be like slightly just poking out the top normally. Like, I've got my Court's actually got a Gibson style bridge on it, and that one's the same. Like, that's got them poking out the top. That looks like a legit Gibson one, but yeah, this one's kind of off. Now, I mean, personally, I don't mind the ones with the screw holes. I like the fact you can easily adjust them. But yeah, and the saddles are nylon. That's not a very common thing at all. So that seemed very off as well. Don't know about these pickups. These pickups don't look like anything special either. They don't look like, I don't know what to make of those, but they don't look particularly expensive, especially not the pickup surrounds. So there's a whole bunch of bits and bobs. Right, we'll go back from that. So what I did with this, I didn't want to go into the shop all guns blazing and go, it's a fake, it's fake, because they might have turned around and gone, oh well, actually I think I'll find it. So blah blah blah. I'm not an expert on this shit whatsoever. So I thought I'll go on one of my local sort of Facebook groups for like musicians in my area that we know. It's called Let's Talk Music for that area. There's a few thousand members, a few people I know on there. So I said, has anyone else played this thing? What do you make of it? Have any of you right-handed people actually picked it up and had a go on it? And I got quite a lot of responses. A lot of people going, yep, blatantly fake as shit. There's a lot to be said that people are probably spotting things that I haven't spotted on these pictures that I've put up. But one guy said he'd actually took it and played it, and he posted and he put more pictures. And these so this is the back. He took some close-ups and actually took the guitar apart a little bit. They let him take some of the covers off. So, but this is the serial number there. Now, I looked up this serial number, blatantly fake, and like that comes up as a 1978 Gibson Les Paul. So it is a legit serial number, but it's not a legit guitar whatsoever. You'll find this on many Chinese Gibsons, or pretty much all of them. They will put see on the fake Fender I've got, that's got a serial number that says it's a USA made custom shop. Very easy to fake. They had a look. I can't really see the tuners very well there, but he said they were pretty damn suspect, which you could probably tell just from the tuning pegs. He had a look in the truss rod cover. Now, interestingly, this implies it's an older Gibson apparently, because this sort of wrench style truss rod isn't normally present on a Gibson. It's normally just your normal hex key style, which is apparently a giveaway, whereas a real Gibson would have something akin to that, but not quite that. And you can see as well where the truss rod cover's been in. It's like way too high, and it's just sort of like it's just the little holes kind of just not even gripping the wood properly there. So that kind of sucks. And obviously you can see the nut there as well is very yellow sort of colour, which apparently is another giveaway. Inside the wiring, he took the back off and looked at the wiring. Now this is crazy shit. I think somebody's done this themselves after they got the guitar, because it does actually have Gibson branded pots, so that's interesting. And they are braided pickup wire there, which normally you don't get on totally cheap ass pickups. But we didn't have a chance to find out what the pickups were. Don't really care, to be honest, at this juncture. But you can see there, it looks like they've used like stereo wire, if those little white stripes are anything to go by. So they use fucking stereo wire to wire the internals of the guitar up, and some little crappy cheap capacitors. And yeah, again, and it's not painted inside the cavity. Apparently most Gibsons are painted. I don't know what the hell that purple bit around the edge is, unless it was a original colour or something. So there's, again, more shit going on. Now, before we do that, bit of a giveaway there. What happens is, I went on this local forum when we had this discussion, we looked at it, and I said, oh shit, well, I'm not in town at the minute, I'm back where I work. Has anyone gone in then and said to them? And a couple of guys said, yeah, I went in, I told them, look, dude, you've got a fake Gibson in the window. And it seemed like they first they kind of denied it and said, no, it's a real one, no, don't be stupid, sort of thing, and just flat out denied it. And then I've had like a couple of guys said they've gone in. And they said, no, I went in again, and they said, look, this is totally not real. I can tell you it's not real. And they were like, they didn't want to hear about it. So this is kind of fucked up, I think, because, this could be like some kid for Christmas getting off his dad. Like, I don't really have a big problem with people buying fake Fenders, fake Gibsons, especially Gibsons, and you're left-handed, because Gibson, you fucked off the left-handed community this year, not for the first time, hopefully for the last time, when you basically cancelled a shitload of pre-orders. So I don't really have any sympathy for Gibson as a company, personally. But I do have sympathy for people who might be sold a fake. And admittedly, a lot of people going on at me, like if I ever sold, well, I probably won't ever sell that fake Fender I've got. But if I did, I'd take the headstock off. Take the logo off and say, right, there you go. Sell it for what it is. Piece of crap. Nah, it's quite nice now, actually. But like, that's fucked up. You don't want somebody maybe who doesn't know a shitload. Not everyone knows a shitload about guitars before people start commenting and going, well, I'd never be fooled by it. Yeah, some people would be, because some people just like to play. They might not know a lot about guitars as you know, that kind of stuff, but they might have a bit of money to spend, and you know, I'd rather anyone didn't get ripped off. Especially not if some kid gets it for Christmas and he does know about guitars and he's like, oh, thanks, Dad, this is fake, by the way, dick. You know, Christmas ruined. So we got a couple of guys that, you know, they're kind of gone in. But this is the interesting thing that happened. Over the weekend, on the Monday, today, somebody posted this. Look at the price. They've dropped the fucking price by £200. That's their fucking... That is a direct reaction to that guitar being outed as bullshit. They didn't fucking send it to the police. They didn't turn around and say, well, we can't legally... Because it is illegal to sell... It's not legal to buy them, but it is illegal to sell them. And they've fucking marked that down just to try and shift it quicker. Just to get rid of it. And just to say, oh, well, what Gibson? Oh, we don't know. Before anyone investigates. Now, good news about this is somebody has gone on the thread and talked to me and said the head office are now investigating. Somebody's contacted the head office, and the head office are now investigating this, and hopefully we'll have some updates on that in future. But I would like to hear from other people after seeing this. Have you ever seen fake guitars in second-hand shops? Have you ever seen them in other guitar shops? How have you ever dealt with it? If you've seen it, what kind of reception did you get if you managed to say, look, dude, you're selling a fake guitar here? What kind of attitudes did you get, if any? And, you know, has anyone ever made any progress with it? What have you seen personally? I'd like to hear your comments. Please subscribe, like all the shit. Got some new videos coming up very, very soon, which should be nice and interesting. And I'll see you soon.